Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Sleeping Dogs. Time to go see about a new case file.
Wei, I have something for you.
What is it?
Dead triads, 6 of them in the past few months. All found by the water. All sliced open.
Well, what do the investigators think?
What investigators? You think HKPD puts a lot of effort into solving dead gangsters?
Well, so what, they're not people now?
This is why I'm coming to you. We just found 3 new bodies under the Aberdeen Bridge. Get down there and take a look around. And Wei, uniform officers on the scene say at least one of them is from your crew.
What? You positive?
Keep your head on straight, officer. And your eyes open.
Did you look at the overnights? Yeah, but that's not the guy. It's Wei
Okay,
Shen,
so,
not Wei Shen. Yeah, bookmark Chang. What? You know him? No, that's Gumbu Chang. Bookmark. Bookmark Chang.
okay, so, if you can't hear on the phone, Raymond is arguing with a guy about everybody's names, so Wei Shen instead of Wei Yan Shen or something silly like that. It was kind of interesting to hear. Ooh, advertising. Rolex and bots! Bots! Bots. Alright, so, I mentioned on the previous episode that this one is going to be kind of a weird one. So, unlike most episodes where I drive immediately to the place and do the thing, this one's going to be split up into a couple of parts because, see, oh man, I don't even have my fast cars yet. That sucks. Anyway, so, since, if you notice, this one is 1,800 meters away, which kind of sucks, I'm going to do a quick jump cut to the next section, and we will begin this mission, which is a serial murder case, if you weren't paying attention to the cutscene. So, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, welcome back to Murder Mystery Go Time. Let's, quickly get up to this. I cut to a little bit before we get there, just because, you know, it's always nice to have that buffer in case anything happens. That was stupid. Oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. It wants me to drive through this weird-ass alley here. Well, considering it's a serial murder, wouldn't expect them to do any serial murdering anywhere else other than alleys. So I guess it's a completely different alley. Here we are. Did I just take it? I just took a chunk out of that building. Fancy. Well, let's steal a disguise. So, if you're an American, looking at this van, you would think, oh, that's an ambulance. Nope, that's a police van. Could have fooled me. Could have fooled me. Anyway, let's go see about this murder.
Who are you?
Bomb squad. You hear or see anything suspicious, officer?
What? No. Is there a bomb?
Could go off at any minute. I'm guessing the blast won't go more than a few hundred meters.
Excuse me. I forgot something in my car.
Man, what a chump. I kind of want to, like, try and burst in through the ceiling SWAT style, but I think that would be A, a little suspicious, and B, a little overkill. Let's just kind of wander past all of these cops, because it only lets me lightly jog now. That bites. Oh well. Shiny, flashy grate of doom. My eyes. Now, time to take a picture of this freakishly red body that stops turning red as soon as you get up close. It's a dude. That's actually a pretty good picture. I like that picture. I like the phone, too. I want Wei's phone.
Vincent? Shit.
I love it how he just has claw hand. When searching bodies, it's just like no finger movement or anything. Clipping, too, which is equally funny looking.
Son of a bitch. Someone did surgery on these guys. Everyone the same. This is no ordinary serial killer.
Yep. So they've all been surgically modified. I think it was like their kidneys or something. I don't know if they mentioned it there or later, but yes, they're all missing their kidneys. And Vincent, if you didn't get the hint, is actually one of Wei Shen's gangsters. So, this is personal. Admittedly, I'm not sure how attached Wei Shen is to his gangsters, considering he barely ever talks to them except for when it comes to beating on people. Not beating off people. That's an important distinction to make. Very important. This is not sexy gangsters, this is like serious hard shit. With pig masks and weird yellow bodysuit, jumpsuit type deals. I think I'm talking about the wrong gangsters again. Sexy gangsters, go! Oh, gotta call Tang.
Tang, it's Wei.
What did you find out?
Vincent. They got Vincent.
I'm sorry. I know he was your friend. What are you gonna do next?
All the victims were Sun On Yi. All had an organ removed, cut right out of them. You're right, this isn't just about murder.
What's your next step?
The removal looks professional. A surgeon of some kind. I'm gonna look into the hospital records. If somebody's stealing organs, they gotta be using them for something.
All right. Keep me informed.
Ooh, maximum pop score. Meaningless. But can't use my old save file stuff, so let's just keep going down the list. Fast disarm. Disarm enemies without a struggle. Hop back in our semi-broken muscle car, lose the pig mask because whatever. And go on to serial killer lead number 2. I will see you guys in a couple of minutes because it's more than a kilometer away and I don't think you guys want to deal with me just chatterboxing the entire drive. I mean, you could. I don't know. I don't know what you guys like. Considering none of you talk to me ever. It's so lonely here. Actually, it's not that lonely. I got Pig, I got Shell, and I got my games. Yeah. See you guys in a bit. Hey everyone, welcome back to Murder Mystery Go Time. Let's go. That was fantastic. I liked that. Alright, so let's go rob an ambulance. I really wish with these disguises on you still kept your mask if you had one, just to add to the hilarity of the game, but oh well. I mean, I guess we get this kind of ridiculous looking surgeon's mask, which kind of works. I guess, ooh, health shrine. Screw murderers. Let's go do this thing. Yeah, piety. Incense, go. I've never actually had, like, bought or used incense. I probably should consider it. I used to kind of be interested in quasi-Buddhism, you know, getting into meditation and whatnot. But I am, like, absolutely terrible at sitting down and stopping for a little bit because I'm a really busy dude. It's kind of hard to work a full-time job, try and upload, you know, 3 times a day. I thought that dude in the orange scrubs is just buck naked. But yeah, so I'm a really busy dude, and it's kind of hard to sit down and meditate for 15 minutes. Which, coincidentally, is exactly what you're supposed to do, as far as meditation goes.
You in the habit of challenging doctors, nurse? I'm saving lives. What are you doing here?
So sorry, doctor. My apologies.
Because, yeah, I don't know. It's just really hard to sit down and stop for a bit and just, like, do nothing. When you've got so many things just taking up all your time and, you know, you gotta be doing this, you gotta be doing that, you gotta be rushing here and there. I guess that's kind of a problem with being a workaholic young person in this day and age. But it's still just one of the... Wow, that was convenient. It's still just one of those where, you know, you just want to sit down, relax, and you can't.
Dr. Sang is doing a lot of kidney transplants. Where are you getting your donors, Sang?
Yep. Dr. Sang is doing a lot of kidney transplants. I think I talked over that bit, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh, doctor returns in 3 minutes. I better hurry. I think we go through this door. Now let's bug his vent, because that seems to work fantastically well. even if I have serious trouble understanding what I'm supposed to be doing half the time. Oh, right, it's one of these. Bam! Or where's the other one? Oh, and then we gotta do both. That was actually a lot more effective than I thought. But yeah, so I'm not a particularly religious person. I'm not generally very dismissive of other religions as long as they're not, like, freaky and scary. Or, like, my relatives who think, you know, gays should be put to the fire and stored. I actually have no idea what their general position is, but I've got some relatives that are, like, very anti-Muslim and very anti-gay. And I try not to associate myself with them. But, I don't know, I guess extremely personal story time while we're, you know, cracking safes and...
Four-finger Wu? What are you doing meeting 18K Red Bulls, eh? Motherfucker. Killing Sun Onion guys just to get organs for an 18K ring.
Yeah, so, personal story time while doing cracking safes and whatnot. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not particularly religious, and I think a lot of it is just based on my complaints about lack of time. You know, committing a couple hours to church every Sunday morning seemed really ridiculous to young me, and it seems even more ridiculous to older, busy me. And so I just kind of fell out of interest.
Tang, it's Wei.
What have you found?
I've got the doctor. He's doing a lot of transplants off the books, and he's got ties to an 18K Red Bull. I planted a bug in his office. You should be able to listen in on him.
Yeah, just wasn't that interested. You know, tried reading the Bible. I was raised Christian, kind of loosely, which was good because I don't think I would have dealt well with particularly religious parents. But tried that, didn't really take. Stopped going to church. Went to a church group, but most of the people were super facetious, so I didn't want to deal with that either. So, you know, fell out of favor just in general, and I guess just eventually stopped believing. But, you know what? If you still believe and you're not an asshole, good for you, because religion can be cool. Can definitely, you know, bring peace and calm to a person. Gotta call Tang.
Tang, it's Wei. Stay on that wiretap. I expect Sang to be doing an emergency kidney transplant at any minute.
He already got the call. But wait, they picked up the donor too. It's Calvin. Your friend, Calvin.
Shit. I have to warn him.
They're saying he's in Central. They're already after him. But wait, you can't let him see you. The only way you'd know he's in trouble is if you're a cop.
Alright, I was going in the right direction, and we have 7 minutes to get there, and it's not even that far away. But yeah, so pretty much fell out of, not favor with religion, but eh. But I guess the real kind of section of the story that I don't tell particularly often because I don't think anybody would ever believe me, but I actually went to one of those churches that, you know, had a child toucher as the head priest, which was particularly creepy. I don't think dialogue's going to be happening, so I'll just keep talking. But so, you know, head priest was a child toucher. I think he gave the boys pornography, which isn't particularly terrible, but considering the boys were like 9, technically bad. I'm not sure if he was particularly heterosexual or gay or I don't even know what, but I think he also did like touching and stuff. What am I using? Oh, am I supposed to hijack the car? Yeah, I'm supposed to hijack the car. Oh, and he's going the wrong direction. I'm stupid. Anyway, so the head priest was a child toucher. I think he was also Jewish, which was extremely confusing, but, I mean, if you're going to be teaching Christianity to people through church, being Jewish isn't particularly bad. Being Muslim isn't terrible either, because a lot of the scripture is, unlike how a lot of people would like to believe, it's actually fairly similar. It's just, you know, the modern take on it has changed fairly substantially since, you know, the older days. But, so he was a child toucher, and the only reason why I wasn't part of the group that he particularly went after was, well, because I didn't go to church all that often. I didn't like Sunday school because it was filled with a bunch of kids whose parents forced them to be there, so they were never particularly nice. I think I had a bad string of, Sunday school teachers too, who just, would shove it down my throat, and I didn't particularly appreciate that.
Okay, I got him. Pull in Dr. Sang.
You sure?
Tragic story of modern medicine, Inspector. Not every patient makes it.
Wei?
I'm leaving this guy in the parking structure off Quock Street in Central. Make sure you send someone to let Calvin out of that trunk.
Dr. Sang confessed. He's done more than 20 transplants for 18K in the past 2 years alone. The guy gives urban myths a bad name. He'll get 10 to 20 in maximum security. When you consider that all his victims were triads, I wonder how long he'll actually serve. 18K won't be happy. But I'll personally sleep a lot better knowing he's not out there. Doesn't bring back your friend. But I think it's fair to call it justice.
So, might as well crack some safes while we are right here. I guess with the whole time travel thing, it's kind of meaningless. But you know what? It's good practice, and I'm actually kind of starting to like it. It's challenging, even if it's super simple. There we go. Yeah. So, sorry about kind of the long monologue about why I'm not that religious of a person. Hopefully I didn't offend many of you. Oh right, I can't hop back in the car because there's a dead guy and my friend in a trunk. Oh well. So, hopefully I didn't offend too many of you. I mean, if I did, you're probably not the kind of person that probably would like my videos anyway. I'm kind of, not overwhelmingly liberal or irreligious, anti-theistic, but if I see something that bothers me, I probably will point it out. But, you know what, if I did offend some of you, I'm sorry. I tried to keep the whole religion thing on download, especially on YouTube, because, quite honestly, I don't know. It's meant for other things and elsewhere. But I figure at this point, I think I'm well past the 200 video point, so I might as well start releasing some personal information about who I am and what I do and why I do it. So right now I'm driving over to the next couple missions, and I figured I'd finish off this episode on a slightly apologetic and, slightly whatever note. So, yeah, so I guess that's just kind of one part of my life. Might as well talk about other things another time we have like a long drive or a slightly less than interesting mission, because that was not nearly as exciting as I remember it being. But it was kind of a cool change of pace from the main plot for a side mission. I wish there were more like it. So, I think that might actually be the only murder mystery I ever solve in this game that isn't like directly tied to the plot. Anyway, I think that's enough, monologuing for one episode. I will see you guys on the next episode of Sleeping Dogs, and hopefully y'all don't hate me. See you guys then.